Alright, so I thought I'd do a quick video on how I wired my truck bed speakers. And really it's pretty simple to run speakers into your truck bed, and I made sure I could turn them off and on. So basically what I did, forgive how ratty this truck is. I try and just make everything on this truck out of parts I have laying around, and I really need to rip that Confederate flag off. But anyway, so what I did is I took the wires running from our radio here, that's also my armrest, and ran them instead to the speakers to these switches. Now these are the front two switches, and what I can do with these is if I flip these down, the front speakers won't play at all, and these other two over here are the rear speakers. Now see, they have a 3-point position, so when they're down I have two speakers in the bed and they're playing in the bed, and when they're up they're playing inside the cab, and I have speakers behind my seat where I'm sitting. So in this orientation it would all be playing in the cab. In this orientation I would have it playing in the cab and out in the bed, and then this orientation here would only be playing in the bed. So it's pretty cool. Alright, so we'll take a listen to it here. So we got our radio in the auxiliary position. We'll hit play. So in this orientation here you can see, you can hear it playing in the cab, and then if I were to flip these down, you can still hear it, but it gets fainter because I don't have my rear speakers. And then with these two down, we don't hear it at all. But then it's in the bed, so there they are in the back. I made a little speaker box. Ford on the back of my truck looks real nice because Miss Emily decided she wanted to paint it. But anyway, so as you can see here, we'll shut our radio off so we can hear. Alright, now you can see here our next problem arises where, well, what if it's raining? And speakers are honestly pretty resilient to rain, but you're driving there and you don't want to have your speakers in the bed. You're worried about them getting stolen or something of that nature. What you can do is I made these connectors here, and I can literally just unplug these four and then take this speaker box and put it behind my seat. And generally that's where it goes, because I really don't have it back here unless I'm going to a drive-in movie. But that way, I can just coil up the speaker wire and hide off to the side. And I haven't finished yet with the wiring. As you can see, it's kind of looped up over the bed, and I don't really prefer that. What I'll do is I'll drill a hole where my toolbox is, through the side here, and then run the wires out and then down through the bottom. So that's pretty much the plan, and that should be good. But that's pretty much my take on how to make bed speakers, and that didn't take me very long at all. I think I did this in 2 hours. I made there's our awesome Ford again. I made my switch panel. So I just made this switch panel with switches from the hardware store, so that worked just fine. And again, I ran the wires from the radio to the switch, and then from the switch to the speakers. So as you can see, I got a pretty good bundle of wire running here right by my feet in the old farm truck, but it's not a big deal. So anyway, that's pretty much how it's done. Bed speakers done easy. So it's really not that hard, and it's pretty darn cool. Works pretty good. So anyway, there you have it.